Hello, Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce members, and welcome to the 2021 Installation Dinner. Dinner? It's daylight. Where am I?
Hey, Leilani, how are you?
John, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm the incoming 2021 Chamber President, so I'm here for my installation dinner. But can I ask you, why are we here on the rooftop of a parking garage?
You know, great question, John. As you know, this past year has been a difficult one for all of us, especially because we can't gather in person. So it looks like we're going to have to celebrate this installation 2021 style. So get out of here because I'm going to be tossing this back to you really soon. Well, as I was saying, hello, Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce members. I am your MC, Leilani Freitas, proud CEO at the Placer SPCA. Welcome to the annual Chamber Installation Dinner. Not dinner, but 2021 style. Now, I know this format is a lot different, but let's be honest, this past year has been a whole lot different. So today we want to invite you to grab lunch from one of your favorite local restaurants and perhaps a beverage. Come on, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. And let's sit back and relax and look on the past year and what the Chamber has accomplished. But first, I want to introduce you to someone that really needs no introduction. Your Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce CEO, Wendy Gehrig.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce inaugural watch party for Installation 2021 style. This is not what we had hoped for, but here we are and we're making the best of it. So you would think I could be at a store today, but no, these are chamber supplies that we keep handy in case we have people coming into our office, which hasn't happened much this past year. Speaking of this past year, I have a huge shout out to Doug Wageman, Chamber President from 2020, who was a true leader in challenging times, and the remainder of the board also. And I look forward to working with John Mason, your 2021 President, and kudos to him, because I think an easy answer for John Mason would have been, see you later. But he didn't. So looking forward to that in 2021. When I look back at 2020, for me, it was a year of C words. Your chamber stepped up and were champions for the membership. Staff did what it could morning, noon, and night to provide educational opportunities and programs for our members so that they could be successful. We were conveners. We met with people, we collaborated with our neighboring chambers, the city and the county, to make sure that our members were being taken care of. And Klaus, that's the word I want to end with. Mitch Klaus of Klaus Insurance was a huge lifesaver for your Roseville Chamber this past year when they helped us invent the Pay It Forward program. Because of Mitch Klaus, we were able to raise just over $16,000 for our chamber members to have their dues paid for. And again, it was a simple idea that Mitch had, thinking that our businesses are suffering, and if they're not renewing their chamber membership, then our chamber's suffering. And he was spot on. So thank you to Mitch Klaus of Klaus Insurance, to all of our chamber members for hanging in there with us. And I am looking forward to 2021. So thank you everyone, and let's get this party started.
Thanks, Wendy, and she's right. Now let's get this party started. Now, being a chamber president isn't easy, but when you throw something like COVID-19 into the mix, it can make things that much more challenging. However, your 2020 chamber president has many accomplishments to be proud of, despite the year that we've had. So I'm happy to introduce your 2020 chamber president, Doug Wageman, CEO of Wageman Holdings.
Good afternoon. 2020, by any standard, has been a very challenging year. The Chamber began the year with its first ever 3-year strategic plan, and with much enthusiasm began work on many of the programs that were anticipated. Then in March, everything came to a screeching halt. We began to learn new words and phrases such as COVID, N95, social distancing, pivot, Zoom, and my personal favorite, you're on mute. In a flash, your chamber changed course and made significant changes in the way it conducted its business and did everything possible to help our small businesses by offering resources, advice, referrals, and most importantly, encouragement. True, we weren't able to enjoy each other's company in person, and while we weren't able to enjoy our beloved Splash or the anticipated Placer Valley 2020 events, many significant things did take place. Let's take a look at a few. Yes, 2020 has been quite a challenge, but I submit to you, the Chamber rose to the occasion and not only maintained, but will continue its mission to provide value to our members, to promote and meet the needs of business and industry, to create the best community in which to live, work, and do business. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Wendy, the Chamber staff, the Board of Directors, our amazing ambassadors, elected officials, and a special thank you to you, the members of this outstanding organization. Together, we have done many wonderful and amazing things. And I know under John's leadership, there will be more great things to come. Thank you.
I couldn't agree more, Doug. There are so many people to thank for making this year a little bit easier, including the Chamber's President's Circle sponsors, its members and staff, and everyone else who stepped up. Speaking of stepping up, your 2021 Chamber President, John Mason, knew this would be an unconventional year, but we knew he would rise to the occasion and that he'd be up for this challenge. John joins a prestigious group of past Chamber presidents who know firsthand some of the exciting things and challenges that John has to look forward to. Let's hear from a few of them and see what they have to say.
Good afternoon. I am Bill Mason. I had the honor of being the president of the Sacramento Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce in 1988, 89, and I also happen to be John's father.
I'm Jeff Richardson, past president, Chamber, 2019.
Carol Garcia, past president, 1999, Roseville Chamber.
Hi, I'm Kim Silvers, past president of the Chamber Board, 2016.
Dr. Jared Thomas, President, 2017.
My name's Naz Ali Khan from Williams & Patton Architect, and I'm past president, 2009.
I am Tim Herman. I was the president of this terrific chamber back in 2004. Just took my mask off and we are all socially distanced in here, following all protocols.
What advice can I give him? Well, obviously, in this time of COVID, it's the prime duty of the chamber to support businesses who are hurting. That's number one. Number two, in my experience, don't be too surprised if you run into chamber members who have differences of opinion. Banks have different opinions than credit unions. Large businesses have different opinions than small businesses. And it's your job to listen generously, seek compromise always. Do your best. Try to leave the chamber a little bit better, a little bit stronger, a little bit more influential than you found it coming into office.
Well, hello, John. Your installation dinner, I hope you're enjoying it. But seriously, it's one of my favorite events of the year is the installation dinner. I'm sorry you had to miss out on that big festivities and the party that goes along with it. But I'm really looking forward to your year as president. You're gonna make an amazing president. It's still during a challenging time, but you got a great mentor with Doug, because he took us through the pandemic and all of the COVID things when it was new. So I feel like your presidency is going to be a hybrid of the Doug syndrome, when it was all COVID and he had to really get creative, and the Jeff time, when it was the last time before COVID, when we had parties and we had high attendance. So hopefully you can take the best from that and the best from Doug, and in 2021, maybe you'll be able to emerge us out of this and get into some of the good times again.
Hi, John. I just have to start out by saying how much I really enjoyed working with your wife, Anne Marie Mason, on our Leadership Steering Committee. Your better half. I know you're going to do a wonderful job. As always, there's challenges in everybody's presidential year. During my year, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So one way or another, there's always going to be challenges, whether it's personally or within the office that you're serving. I just want to say that no matter what happens, always know that you have your past presidents behind you, as well as a competent board of directors, and of course, your chamber staff.
Couple of pieces of advice for you. 1, listen to Wendy. 2, use Wendy and the staff as much as possible. 3, make Wendy work until the last minute she is on the payroll. And 4, throughout the year, I want you to eat a lot of protein, because if you don't do all of those things, you will end up looking like this rubber chicken at the end of it.
John, one of the things that we're really going to do is next January, we'll really welcome you to the Past Presidents Club. Now you get to take care of all the work, and those of us that are past presidents can sit around and just enjoy and relax. The past president year is really the best year on the board, so have a good year.
As past president, my advice to you is to listen to your staff and to the board. They will make you look good if you do so. I'm confident that you will do a great job as we hopefully make the transition back into business as usual. And if you need any help, just remember, Doug is always available.
2009 was an interesting year because the recession started a year earlier, and we knew that things were going to go downhill, but boy, we had no idea how downhill they were going to go in 2009. Things did start to improve a little bit. We became a little bit more secure in the spot of where we were, and it turned out to be a really great year for me. I wish you all the best and lots of luck in this. Congratulations. And if you have anything that you ever need to ask me, do give me a call.
Congratulations on being installed as the president of the board of the best chamber of commerce around.
Congratulations. I hope that you have a great time, and call me when you need me.
As you know, I live around the corner in your neighborhood, and you can walk over to my house anytime. Congratulations, John.
Congratulations, John. You're gonna be great.
Cheers!
Cheers.
To John!
To John.
Cheers!
Thank you, Chamber Presidents, for that outstanding advice. Now, hopefully we gave John plenty of time to run back to his office and catch his breath. Hey, John, are you there?
I greatly appreciate the opportunity to serve as the 2021 president of the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to thank the board of directors and especially last year's president, Mr. Doug Wageman, for placing your trust and confidence in me. Doug did a remarkable job keeping the chamber afloat under very difficult circumstances this past year. And on behalf of the entire board, I'd like to thank him for his outstanding service. While I'm thanking people, I'd like to thank my parents as well, Bill and Linda Mason, who from an early age instilled in me the importance of civic and responsibility and service. My dad had a particular influence on me during his long career with Sutter Health, having seen him serve on numerous nonprofit boards, as well as president of the Sacramento Metro Chamber of Commerce in 1988. My biggest regret with being unable to hold our traditional in-person installation dinner is their not being able to join me for that. I'd also like to thank my wife, Anne Marie, for her love and support as I start this new adventure. Anne Marie is the one who first introduced me to the chamber. She was in the Leadership Roseville class of 1999 and then served on its steering committee for 15 years after that. My partners at my law firm certainly deserve a word of thanks as well. Having served in various civic leadership roles themselves, each of them understands not only the value, but also the significant time commitment that comes with taking on a position like chamber president, and I appreciate their supporting me in this role. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank Leilani Freitas for agreeing to serve as the MC of our installation program this year. I first met Leilani when I was a young lawyer in Sacramento and was invited to serve on the Sacramento SPCA. We've been friends ever since, and I have greatly admired and valued her leadership and guidance over the past 20+ years. I have several goals for my term as president. Obviously, a big focus will be on retaining the Chamber's current members and recruiting new members from our outstanding business community. In my view, the best way to do that is by continuing to offer relevant programs that help members maintain and ideally grow their businesses even in the midst of this pandemic. While we can't guarantee that all of the Chamber's popular in-person events we all look forward to will resume this year, Wendy and her team have done an outstanding job of adapting the Chamber's programming to the virtual environment we are required to use for at least the foreseeable future. Another one of my goals as president is to develop a program to help inform the community at large about the value of our region's favorable business climate and the role that the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce plays in promoting that climate. I personally believe that we are heading toward a tipping point in Roseville. We are becoming more cosmopolitan, and some of our newer residents don't necessarily share the pro-business attitude and agenda that has helped shape our region into what it is today. Well-planned, safe, with a strong tax base, high level of services, and quality public schools. To address this, the Chamber has embarked on a new campaign to educate residents about the importance of local business. We will also be working to leverage the Chamber's Political Action Committee and Leadership Roseville program to better inform active and involved residents about the function of the Chamber and to groom future leaders, not only in business, but also in local politics. We need more people who share our Chamber-aligned vision for the Roseville area to step up and serve on a board, commission, or committee, so that it doesn't go the way of other regions in our state that are facing significant problems with homelessness, poverty, and economic downturn. Of course, just how many goals can be accomplished this year will depend in large part on whether and how quickly things return to normal. Another driver of our success, however, is you, the members, and your level of involvement in the Chamber. In fact, some of the best ideas for new programs and events come directly from our members, and I would welcome the opportunity to discuss any that you may have. My phone number and email address are listed on the Chamber's website. Please don't be shy about contacting me. In closing, I'd like to thank everyone once again for the opportunity to serve as your president this year. There are still many challenges to overcome with the pandemic, but working together, I strongly believe that our business community will not only survive, but thrive as year 2021 progresses. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Now, before we can officially welcome you in as the 2021 Chamber President, it's time to swear you and the Board of Directors into office. Here to help us with that task is our very own Roseville City Mayor, Krista Bernasconi. But first, let's meet your 2021 Board of Directors.
Kate Hensler, Nordstrom Roseville Galleria.
Vance Jones, McCann Somps.
Hi, I'm Kim Menzel with Kaiser Permanente.
Hi, I'm John Tolman with West Park Communities.
Brian Alexander, Chief Executive, Sutter Roseville Medical Center.
Alex Brown, Partner with Genevieve Burford & Brothers.
Sheila Cardinal, CFO, Silvers HR.
Francisco Castillo, Senior Director of Public Affairs, Union Pacific Railroad.
Hi, I'm Darlene Cullivan. I manage community engagement at Eschaton.
Justin Curry, Business Banking Relationship Manager, Umpqua Bank.
Joe Flores, owner of Flores & Associates Insurance Services.
My name is Michael Corpio. I'm president at Mercy San Juan Medical Center and board member at the Roseville Surgery Center.
Hi, I'm Michael LaPerche, Vice President of Risk Management at Pride Industries, Roseville.
I'm John Mason, attorney at law with Gurney Mason, Rushford, Bonato, and Forestier.
Chris Onstadt. I'm a shareholder and an attorney with Chronic Moskowitz, Tiedemann and Gerard.
Lisa Peters, owner of 105 Noshri and Randy Peters Catering and Event Center.
Lori Prozio, president of Prozio Communications.
Edgar Kilala, Sales Enablement Manager, Consolidated Communications.
Jeff Sakala, the Studio Co-working.
Good evening, I'm Doug Wageman. I'm the owner of Cochran & Wageman Funeral Directors here in Roseville.
Shannon Zajac, Managing Partner, Employer Select Insurance Services.
The Board of Directors of the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce is comprised of 21 business and community leaders. You, the newly elected directors, and you, the incumbent directors, have a tremendous responsibility. You represent the membership at large, and as such, shall determine the policies and activities of the Chamber. In doing so, you also represent the greater Roseville area. The predominant interest of each board member should be the welfare of our city as a whole, with a special emphasis on providing assistance whenever possible to foster growth and prosperity to the business sector. As the Chamber grows, so grows our city, and the importance of roles increase proportionately in this organization. The responsibility is of one importance, a responsibility that must be recognized each day. Will you accept the responsibilities and exercise the qualities of loyalty, ability, and sound judgment with dedicated willingness to serve? Board, please respond, I will.
I will.
I will.
I now proclaim you official board members of the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce, and I wish you all the best.
Congratulations to the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. The time has come to swear in your 2021 Chamber President. Let's toss it back to Roseville Mayor Krista Bernasconi.
Hi, John. By the power vested in me by the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce, I duly install you as president of this organization. It is an office of great honor, but also one of great responsibility. Will you accept the challenge as president with enthusiasm, sincerity, and true dedication? Please say, I will.
I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to your new Chamber President, John Mason. John, thank you for inviting me to serve as MC. John is one of the most upstanding people I know. His integrity, intelligence, commitment, and dedication will serve this chamber well. And don't let that freckled face fool you. He's got grit. Cheers to what we hope. No, what we know will be a successful year, John. To all of you watching at home, thank you for your endless support of the Roseville Area Chamber of Commerce as we continue to navigate these uncertain times. Let's continue to support local businesses, nonprofit organizations, and each other. And remember, we are Roseville.